Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, episode 86, recorded in Kendy's box room.
Okay, Ray, we might as well celebrate with a can. We start with that, will we?
Sure, it wouldn't be like us.
We'll celebrate the fact Kendy doesn't have the Covidge. Way.
This is going to be some story. Where did we get the cans?
Carl's Mulhern dropped it down to us, lads. It's a Connemara brewery. It is a new job. They said, who will we hand the cans to, lads, that'll get at least 10 people maybe thinking about buying one? Give it to Kendy and Raybo.
They're a very nice can.
It's a beautiful can, man. I haven't seen a nice can like that now in a long time. I was looking at cans on the internet recently, man, and they weren't anything like that. No, that's way nicer. That's a much better can. It's white and black. It actually is nice, though, the simplicity of the can, isn't it?
You know where my mind goes when you talk about cans?
But sure, that was the play on words, Ray.
Yeah, this was, yeah.
Thanks for pointing it out for everyone.
You know me. I always like to ruin the joke.
Yeah. I say cans. Ray said, yeah, don't women have cans as well? There's boobs. Yeah,
have you difficulty there getting it open?
I have it open, lads.
Good lad.
Let's see what this is. It's an Irish lager, Ray.
It tastes lovely.
Let's see.
Yeah, it does taste lovely now, in fairness. It's from Connemara. Connemara
It is
Brewing.
lovely. So let you have a look at the Connemara brewery, lads. You won't be disappointed.
And it says, please enjoy responsibly.
Yeah, and we're being very responsible here.
Yeah.
We're keeping a 2 meter distance while we enjoy it.
Yes.
And you might ask why we kept a 2 meter distance. Well, actually, technically, it doesn't matter anymore. We won't get into the brunt of the whole last. We'll save that till later because otherwise it'll just be a vexed podcast.
Yeah, you see, that's what I'm afraid of.
It'll be a 45-minute vexed podcast. So
Kendy rant.
Yeah, we'll get into the vexed part of it later on. And but in the meantime, we'll tell you that for the last week, I have been in the self-isolation along with Nicola.
Right.
Because a friend of ours got the Covidge.
And we won't name him.
We will not name him, no. No, you couldn't be naming him. Because that's fucking part of the problem, too.
I know, but we have a great history on this podcast of giving it away within the first 30 seconds.
I know, I'll try and not say his name. It's usually me that says his name.
And we'll have to beep it out.
Yeah.
We should just say his name the whole way through and just beep every one of them.
Well, we're probably going to have to do that.
Right. Okay.
That'll get very annoying for people, so let's keep...
And you know what as well, though? It reminds me very much of your theory on AIDS. Because it's kind of similar.
What was my theory on the AIDS?
Remember how you
Freddie Mercury got it?
Yeah, because someone had sex with a monkey and Freddie Mercury got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did this kind of same thing happen with you?
Yeah, it kind of is. Like, it jumps from 0 to 100 very, very quickly. You know what I mean?
So did it... I feel like I'm kind of asking you the questions now. Here we are on episode 86 of the Kendy and Raybo podcast. And we are joined in studio by Mark Kennedy. Mark, good afternoon.
Why have all the presenters in your head English accents?
Because they do. Because that's what they sound like. I've never seen a non-English accent.
Yeah,
presenter.
what did you grow up watching that made you think if you're presenting a television program, it has to be English? Did you not watch the Gay Burns?
I suppose it did. He never had that.
Yeah, he never had an English accent. Did you?
I presume it's the documentaries. Documentaries are always an English accent.
Okay, it's a documentary thing.
Yeah, so here we are in the studio.
Oh, it's an Attenborough thing. That's where you're getting it from.
Yeah.
It's a shite Attenborough accent.
Here we are. It's what? What do you mean shite Attenborough?
Sorry, it's an Attenborough
Kendy.
accident, I'd call it, rather than an accent.
Anyway, you're buzzing me off here, see.
Come on, hit me with the song. Go on.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Now, Mark, you were... I'm not going to go through with this. Mark, Mark, you were minding your own business.
I was.
A couple of weeks back.
My own beeswax.
You were minding your own business, and what happened?
So what happened was, I was minding my business, right? A gentleman friend of ours says to me, Kendy... Do you remember me and you were sitting down, we had a cup of tea last Monday?
Yeah.
Says, I do, skin.
Yeah.
Says he, I got a Covidge test because I wasn't feeling the May West.
Yeah.
Says he, it came back as positive man as Anthony.
As he is himself.
Yeah. So it comes back positive.
Yeah.
So he says to me, you're
going to get the phone in your call.
They're going to phone you and you're going to have to self-isolate. So me and Nicholas self-isolated straight away.
How many days?
This is now day 7 and today is the day we're allowed out again. So that's why you're allowed in.
Yeah, I don't want to be here.
No, but
to
today is 2 weeks since we've seen him.
Right.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Do you miss him?
Jesus. Would mind another 2 weeks of isolation, man.
Come here. What was your first impression? This is great. Now we're getting to the crux of the matter. We're talking about the thing that matters to people.
Yeah.
What was your
Go on.
What was your first impressions of the news?
It didn't faze me.
Oh,
Ray, you know better than anybody that there was a time there when I was terrified of the whole fucking thing.
you were a big bag of anxiety.
Yeah, chronic.
Yeah.
And then it didn't faze me, no. So I said, yeah, no bother. Sure, let us know there, and he said, no, they'll let you know. I was like, okay, cool, no bother at
So
all.
you were imminently awaiting the call.
Yeah.
Because you were close contact.
And here's the thing, we're seeing that burst now all of a sudden.
Yeah.
There's loads of people I know that are having to do that now because it's just rampant again.
Yeah. Yep.
And everyone, it's just begging the question. I came to terms with the fact, you asked me there, how did I feel when I got the phone call? Like this. I think eventually loads of us are going to guess it anyway. So what,
Right. Well, Trump has it.
Trump has it, lads.
Yeah.
If he can guess it, anyone can guess it.
For sure.
Huh? So I just said, let's stay calm about this whole thing. It doesn't matter,
So so you were calm?
Yeah.
So you were calm?
Yeah, so very calm. And Nicola was delighted for a couple of days off work. She was
She got out of the bookies.
She got out of the bookies for a while, man.
Yeah. Is she working in the bookies?
Listen, I never said this before. I feel so bad. Nicola works in the bookies, lads. I never said that to you before.
No, you didn't.
She's not in the bookies all the time. She works there.
For 2 years or longer, you've led us to believe that she has a betting problem.
I didn't even know I was leading anyone to believe that at all.
Oh,
I feel awful. She's working in the bookies, right?
Well, that makes a whole pile more sense. I couldn't figure out how you supported yourselves at all in this fancy house.
There's 600 people out there now going, oh, now I guess it. So this is what happens then. So we then go into isolation until today. You learn that it's tremendous to not feel guilty about not leaving the house.
Right.
Because if I had a day off, which is nowadays all of them. Okay?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'd be going, I better get out and go somewhere.
Yeah.
And even if it's just a drive or whatever.
Just to be productive of the day.
So, but when you're in this isolation thing and you just get up out of the bed and
it's your job to be here.
You just go, well, I don't have to. Now, here, again, that gets dodgy too, Ray. I've wore the same jocks for 3 days.
Ooh.
This is true as God. Please don't.
That means you would have gone 3 days without a shower.
Don't judge me. Yeah. On the third day,
he rose again.
Like in the Bible, on the third day, he hosed again.
Right, that's very good. That's very good. Oh,
having said that, I slept in the same tracksuit bottoms as well.
When did you start sleeping in tracksuit bottoms?
3 days.
How? Why?
Because I didn't have to.
You fell asleep in the bed, didn't you?
Well, that's what most people do.
No, but I mean, most people get dressed to go to bed, but you were there most of the day, I've no doubt.
No, what was happening to me was I was getting up out of the bed.
Yeah.
And I was saying, sure, I have these tracksuit bottom on, what difference does it make? I'd just be taking them off, putting on another one.
See, this is the kind of information people want to know about COVID.
This is...
this is what the virus really means.
This is right. It's getting to the core of families, lads. I haven't changed in 3 days.
Right.
And so that's where it gets bad now.
Okay.
So you got to strike that balance, because we didn't know, are you even allowed to go out and walk? Do you know what I mean?
Right.
We couldn't go to a shop because we were self-isolating.
How did you get the things?
We got the things from lots of friends of ours. That's the second point I was going to make. It's unbelievable how many people go, I'll do that for you. I was nearly going, geez, Nick, we get another 2 weeks out of this.
I've been on myself and Laura now. We went to the shop, Fee.
Yeah, you and Laura were the first to go to the shop for us,
we
right?
went to the shop.
Yeah, and you got the few bits and pieces.
And you asked for the oddest bag of shite.
You were trying to figure out what
this
was
This was about 2 days into it, and we knew that you needed food, stat. And I was thinking, what are they going to cook for the dinner? So the shopping list that we got was ham, cheese, pouring cream.
Nicola said pouring cream. I don't know why she said that either.
I don't know what that is. White bread.
Yeah.
What else did you want? Coke Zero.
Yeah.
It just didn't sound like the makings of a dinner. And then you sent me a beautiful picture of some pasta dish with peppers and all sorts of stuff on it.
Yeah, it's called the pesto pasta. Yeah, the 2 H's in the pesto pasta.
You had everything, though. That was the thing. You just needed a few extra bits.
Ye started that off. Fair play to you. Then your sister and her fiancé, Mihal, Joanne and Mihal, they said, can we get Jansen?
Yeah.
And they said that sentence, can we get Jansen, every day.
Yeah, you see, they're better than us. Myself and Laura, we kind of said, that was our good deed done for the week now. Right. Forget about them, let them starve.
They said every day, can we just get you something? And then next door here, we have Paige and Aaron. Every single day they said, can we get you something?
This is marvellous.
What we did was we rang the Ballastadair. Right?
This is a town outside Sligo for those of you in the Merch.
So we rang Ballastadair. There's a phone, you ring a number. 181.
181
and you get through to Ballastadair.
Right.
And we said, have you a super value there? They said, we do. I said, drop us out, drop your stuff.
Yeah.
They said, no panic, give us 80 quid. I said, you're robbing bastards. Anyway. So we got delivery from there as well. But it got so bad that people were so willing to help that Joanne and Michael texted us like yesterday or the day before, and they said, do you want anything? And we said, we actually got a load of stuff sorted.
Yeah.
And they said, we're not sitting here now not getting them stuff. So they
No.
went down and got us a load of other stuff as well anyway. I was saying, Nicola, this isolation job is tremendous.
It's the right way to go.
When you're the only one that's in it and everyone else has to cater to your every need.
Do you think there's people in this country that actually make up the fact that they're like Trump has done?
Yeah.
Do you know? Do you think people go, hey,
I
let's
might,
isolate for a little while?
yeah, well, I mean, I'd certainly think there's benefits in it.
Like I could have said I was a close contact with that gentleman.
Now you're getting to something here now because you're asking, will this system get exploited at some point?
Oh, this penny is massively dropping in my head.
Go on.
If I had known about this sooner, I could have got that gentleman to include me in his list of contacts. And I would have got 2 weeks off work. You nearly said his name.
You could have said, I fucking did. You could have said, hey. You could have said, I'm calling up to the house there, man, any minute, okay? I want to use your toothbrush.
Yeah. I gotta rub myself on your beard.
But this is the thing, you're wondering if the system can get exploited. Yeah. Now, it probably can.
I'd get 2 weeks paid week off work.
Yeah, because you can literally just say, I'm experiencing the symptoms.
Yes.
Or you can say, I've been in contact with someone. I was definitely in contact with your man.
Yeah.
And then you get off work.
Yes.
Now,
And then my sister and her fiancé
yeah, her
starts
fiancé.
dropping the stuff up to us.
Now, when you get the stuff dropped up to you.
Yeah.
And you're not working for the Department of Government anymore.
And I'll get to watch the rest of Schitt's Creek,
Now,
which is a wonderful show.
How far into Schitt's Creek are you?
I'm
Skin?
on season 3, episode 8.
Isn't it wonderful fun?
Let me tell you, folks, if ever you want a break from the podcast, watch Schitt's Creek. They're only 21 minutes long episodes, and they're the best thing ever.
In and out job.
In and out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the name of the people that's in it again?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh, I like the mammy.
Oh, the Moira.
Moira.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's delightful.
Yeah, she's a wonderful woman,
She's a
isn't
wonderful
she?
woman.
Did you know that the young gentleman and the old gentleman that are father and son in it are
I did.
father and son in the real life?
In
as
the
well?
real life, and they won all the Emmys.
They won all of them.
Yes. So that's why you should watch it.
Yeah.
We don't
so
give you too many recommendations of this show.
the show is finished now. I haven't watched the last season yet. No, I will say that to you.
I've cried a couple of times already.
Have you?
It's very
Enjoying
sad,
it?
yeah.
You think it's sad that millionaires lost all their money and had to live like normal people?
You're after ruining the show for everyone.
No, I haven't. That happens in the first episode. Man, it's not Game of Thrones, like.
Why did you have to ruin it for everyone?
I thought you were going to say, I watched season 3, that hasn't happened yet. It happens in the first 5 minutes of the show.
Why would anyone watch it now?
That's the fucking premise of the show. That's like saying, I can't watch The Simpsons now because you told me they were yellow. Fuck's sake, there's 21 seasons of The Bastard Joke, or 40 seasons, or something mental. But that's actually what we did, Ray. Because we just ended up watching televisions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the best thing you can watch on the television is other people watching the television.
Gogglebox.
Oh my God, what a fucking show.
I watched a bit of it myself last night.
What an unbelievable show the
Yes, it's
Gogglebox
very
is.
good.
Me and Nicola do enjoy it. Something fierce now.
Yeah.
And other than that, we started the most mental show I've ever seen in my life. It's called Ratchet. It's about a priest who has a Tommy tank and then gets murdered.
Was it the Tommy tank that got him killed?
The Tommy tank didn't get him killed.
No.
He just happened to be having
Just that,
it.
yeah, okay, that's marvellous. Yeah.
That's the whole show.
Yeah.
I haven't learned anything else from it yet.
Yeah, it's a bit like in the fall.
I learned... Right, go
The
on.
lady went out for pints and she got murdered. Was it the pints that did it? No.
Did I ever tell you the story about a friend of ours we had in college, right? And he was adamant that a fella, a friend of his, ate one Mars bar and got diabetes.
What? He's adamant.
Yeah.
So he had
said-
a friend.
He said, a friend of mine, big athlete, didn't always, strict diet, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Never touched chocolate, never touched sugar,
Uh-huh.
One night he went out,
He had a Mars bar.
came back home, had a Mars bar, diabetes.
Wow.
That was his story. I think there might be more to it than that. He just had a Mars bar and have the diabetes.
We're going down some very strange rabbit holes
Let
so
it be
far.
what it is. We haven't seen each other in the week.
I haven't, and you wouldn't even answer my calls.
I know. Well, actually, I did miss a call from you. Is right.
More than one.
Yeah. The reason is because
You can't get it over the phone, you know.
no, even I know that's what fucking because another friend of mine that I play PlayStation with, he is also in self isolation. I said, man, was I spitting down the mic when I was chatting to you? What the fuck? You can get it through the Bluetooth now and everything. But the reason I missed a lot of calls from a lot of people because what we will get to later on is it wasn't all plain sailing.
Oh,
I will tell you that much.
because up to now, your COVID experience appears to be marvellous.
Yeah, because it was easy.
Because you weren't sick.
Listen, this is the thing, because people out there are fucking panicking over it. If someone you know has this and then you're, a close contact, just relax, get the test, isolate, and do whatever's been asked of you to do.
Well, do you want to talk about getting the test?
Okay, well, this is fucking...
Now, and I'm going to say it to you, I'm going to moderate you.
Okay, all in
Because
moderation.
I don't want to spend the whole podcast talking about the Covidge.
Yeah, that's why I thought we should leave it till the end.
Oh.
But, we can do it now if you want.
Oh, Jesus, I don't mind. We'll wait.
No, I know.
What do you want to talk about in between?
Listen, all I'm saying is as you can tell, it didn't really bother myself and Nick. It was what it was.
Yeah.
Now, having said that, let's go through the whole from start to finish, if that's okay. What happened, right?
I'm with
okay.
you.
Okay, I'm going to try, because we actually had to write a lot of this stuff down. Because
You've written down?
loads of it, because it was just mental.
Okay.
I have a feeling that the contract tracing system is not fit for purpose, Ray.
Bold statement.
Now, having said that, I think there might be other people who would have similar stories than I do.
Are we?
Similar stories to what I have.
We're not in danger of getting political now, are we?
No, we are a little bit in danger of getting political, yeah.
Okay. I'll give you a bit of rope.
Not necessarily political.
I'll just pop out to home base, get a bit of rope. Let you hang yourself.
So, here we go. I'm going to hang myself out to dry.
My name is Ray McAndrew, and I have nothing to do with this podcast.
Okay, well, look, let's just see. Let's see where this goes, right?
Yeah.
So, we find out last Sunday that Boy has fucking
Today is Sunday.
Yeah.
So it's a week ago.
We find out that he has the Covidge.
Right.
Right? Nicola gets a call that day from the contact tracing people.
Marvellous.
Straight away.
Mm-hmm.
They say, how you caping? Friend of yours has the Covidge. You were in contact with him last week.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, having said that, you're going to have to go get a test. That day, she finds out that her test is the next day. The next day, she gets the test. The next Wednesday, she gets her results.
So from the Sunday to the... So, yeah, 3 days.
Yeah.
Effectively.
She gets her test done and she gets her results back that say they are negative.
Very good.
At this point, I'm pretty sure I have still not been contacted to even say...
To even say, how are you? Do you want to test?
Yeah.
Right.
I think that day then I get a call to say, you're going to have to get a test, lovey. I said, well, I think I know that because 3 days ago you rang me missus. Like,
who lives in the same house as
yeah,
me.
and
this is bear in mind, so today's Sunday. This was last Sunday. And it was the Monday before that you had the gentleman caller.
Yeah. Sorry. Let me start again because it's actually Monday to Monday.
Right.
That's what it was.
Right.
Monday to Monday. So, sorry. He gets it on the Monday, and we get a call on the Monday, and Nicola's results are in on the Wednesday. So 2 days later,
I'm confused.
her results are in.
We're going to have to start this again because I'm getting confused now.
Okay.
What day did the gentleman caller call to the house?
We had a gentleman caller at the house, not like a gigolo, like just a friend.
Just a friend, right.
On Monday,
the
28th, and whatever.
The 20th of September.
Yeah. The following Monday, he gets a call to say that he has the Covidge, right?
Oh, no, we're gone shite again because today's only the 3rd of October, which is 5 days later.
Huh?
Yeah. I was trying to figure out what the comedy in this would be, but I can see it's the chronological order of it. That's going to cause the bother. Today is the 4th of October.
Yeah, and tested positive on the 28th.
You're after saying his name again.
Yeah, but that's because you're fucking saying this is all over the place. Test positive on the 28th.
Right. Which was a what day?
A Monday.
A Monday.
Yeah.
That was Monday just gone.
Yeah.
Right.
Which means, and I was told to isolate till Sunday.
Right.
Sunday the 4th was when I have a message on my phone saying isolate till Sunday the 4th.
I thought it was the Monday before that. He was over for the tea.
No, yeah, he was, yeah, but he tested positive last Monday.
Right, but that's where I wanted to start the story.
Yeah.
So what was the Monday date before that? The 28th?
Okay,
It'd be 21st.
so let's start this all again. Let's start so we cut all that shite out.
I think that's good crack, though.
So here's the crack, right?
Yeah.
Comes over. Fuck me. I'm gone.
It'll be a grand beep. It'll be a grand beep.
The whole thing is all fucking all over.
That's very good.
Right, okay. So he calls over on what is a Monday. And then
21st of September.
And then the following Monday, he rings us to tell us he has COVID.
That's the 28th September.
Yeah, and then Nicola gets a call on the 28th to say, you need to get a test, lovey.
Yeah.
Right? Test gets booked. She has it on the Tuesday. She has the results on the Wednesday.
So a week and a half after he had called to the house,
yeah,
she was marked as negative.
Yeah.
And you're still in
and I still don't know anything at that stage, right?
10 days later, effectively.
Okay. So I get a call then to say, you need a test. And I say, well, I know that, obviously, right?
Yeah.
I actually get that call on the Tuesday evening to say, I need a test.
The 29th.
Then they tell me that your test is booked. I get a text to say, we'll see you in Oranmore tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And I was like, Oranmore?
Yeah.
That's 2 hours away.
Yeah.
So I rang them back straight away. And I said, just letting you know, I got a test there for Oranmore.
Mm-hmm.
And I live in Sligo.
Mm-hmm.
There's about 3 test centres here, like.
Yeah.
So she says, that's obviously a mistake. I said, do you think? Yeah, probably is that.
Yeah.
She said, I want you to go online. I want you to cancel that. You cancel that test.
Because she couldn't do it.
No, she couldn't do it.
Right.
She said, I want you to go online. You cancel that test. I'm going to book you a new one. You're going to get a text message this evening or tomorrow morning telling you what time it's at.
Sounds awful like the NCT centre. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's very like the NCT centre when you go and get it done.
Okay. I can understand this now.
You drive into this big building like a drive-through. I pulled down the window. I felt like saying, can I get 6 nuggets? And
right, okay.
It's a drive-through test centre.
Right, okay.
Very quick and easy, by the way, I must say.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. So she then says, I'm going to book you a new one.
Great.
Don't be worrying. You're going to get the call there or the text either this evening or tomorrow morning.
That must be Wednesday now we're talking about.
Yeah, so so it gets to
29th.
Wednesday, and I still have not got a text to say where my test is.
Yeah.
Now, Wednesday morning, I do get a phone call from Oren Moore,
All right.
even though I've cancelled it myself.
Online.
Because
Wondering where you in the car
she
is.
says, what's the crack, Kendy? Are you on the way down there? Or, because we have the kettle on here, like.
Yeah.
And I was like, Maureen, I'm not on the way down, love.
Yeah, yeah.
I cancelled that test yesterday. She said, all right, so you're not. I said, well,
Was
it'd
she
be a fair drive.
disappointed?
She was annoyed because she said, we fucking got buns done and everything.
Big man coming in like.
Yeah, she said, fuck, we have the balloons up and everything. We
Yeah.
thought you were covered, lovey.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not now. I said, I'm actually waiting on Sligo to get on to me. She obviously says, that has nothing to do with me, which
Right.
it doesn't.
No.
Okay, you're not coming then.
Right.
Perfect.
Disappointed.
Wednesday goes by and I don't get any call at all. So I called them that evening.
Yeah.
And a woman says, geez, that's awful. You haven't got your test yet.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, it's now 3 days nearly. Like, she says, I'm going to call you back in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I said, no
Brilliant.
bother. No bother.
Someone has taken the problem
Yeah.
by the scruff of the neck here.
So she doesn't call back at all.
Professional.
Yeah, very professional. She does not call back at all.
Right.
It gets to Thursday, and we're still me and Nicola are still here going. I'm going to get a text here today, and
Yeah.
it's going to tell me to go to Sligo and get my test done.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen. Thursday at about 3:00, right?
Yeah.
A fella rings me, says, "Come here, Mark. Were you looking to get a test done?"
Yeah.
I said, "You were looking for me to get a test done."
Yeah.
And I explained the previous 3 days. I said I had to wait 2 days for you to even get in contact with me.
Yeah.
Like,
You sound like you were getting a little bit upset at this point.
at this point, I'm going, this is very incompetent, this shit that's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he rings and he says, Mark, I'm going to have to ring my supervisor. I don't know what's going on here. It's not right.
Professional.
I'm going to ring you back in 5 minutes.
This is marvellous.
Brilliant. He doesn't ring me back.
What is wrong with their outgoing calls? I have to have some technical issues.
He doesn't ring me back then, right?
Did he? Okay.
Here's what happens in my head. I think he goes, Mark, I'm going to have to ring my supervisor and I'm going to have to call you back.
Yeah.
And he hangs up the phone. Sheila, come here. I'm going out back for a fag. Do you want it? I might get taken the way back or something. Do you want
And
it?
forget all about it.
I ring then at 5:00 that day, so 2 hours later. I ring, I get on to some other one. Mary, how you keeping? Come here. Your boy there said he was going to ring back in 5 minutes. He was just chatting to his supervisor. I want to get a test done.
Yeah.
It's fucking 2 miles down the road. Can I just go down and get it?
Yeah.
She said, Jesus, I can just see you on the logbook here. I'm going to get him to ring you now.
Logbook. Oh, so
Right.
NCT. Go on. Yeah. That's fine.
She said, I can see it here. I can see that you're on something. I'm going to get him to ring you back now in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Thanks a million.
Thank you.
So,
Professional.
I hang up the phone. Really professional.
Yeah.
She doesn't call me back. So we're getting into Thursday evening now.
But do you think they've no minutes? I think that's what it is.
She could have sent me a call me.
Do you know when you get the bundle? Hello, we are the COVID Contact Tracing Centre. Oh, what kind of plan would you like? What's the cheapest one you've got?
Yeah, we're not getting in contact with that many people yet. So I just need something
200
small.
minutes to be
Yeah.
fine.
So I ring then at about 9:30 that evening, the same number back again.
Yeah.
And I get through to a fella and I'm ripping now at this stage. I'm like, I've been chatting to 3 people today already. Can I get me test like?
You're nearly 2 weeks since you met the gentleman.
He said, oh, them boys are gone home. I'm just here in the results section.
Right.
And I was like, listen, you've been a great help. Thanks a million. Hang up the phone. Nothing.
Nothing.
Right? So then Friday morning comes along and my blood now is boiling.
Yeah.
I said to Nicola, I'm waking up at 9:00 and I'm getting this.
Jesus, it is
right?
serious.
I know. Now you know
That's-
it's serious.
oh, wow.
Kendy's getting out of bed at 9. I get up at 9:00, right?
What did it look like?
Huh? It was a bit weird, a bit foggy.
Right.
And I understood, which you know very well from doing podcasts with me in the morning. I was twice as thick for being up that early.
Yeah, you are. You
I rang a
down letting
woman.
them.
I rang a woman at 9:10. I said I was chatting to 3 of your colleagues yesterday who all said they were going to book me a test and ring me back. None of them did. You're the one that wants to get me the test.
Yeah.
She said, Mark, I'm flat to the mat here. I will ring you back in 5 minutes. I promise.
Professional.
Hangs up the phone, right?
Yeah. And did she?
No,
Mother of God.
she did not call me back.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is your phone broke?
I don't know. Honestly, I said to Nicola all throughout this, Nicola, you ring my phone to make sure it's working.
Yeah. Because you didn't answer any of my calls all week as well.
This is because of all this shit.
Right.
Every time you tried to ring me, I was waiting on a phone call.
So you didn't
honestly,
answer me?
Honestly, every time you rang me, I was waiting on a phone call.
When you were tick, it was me.
I was going, fuck you, Ray. I'm waiting on the fucking Porrick to ring me back here. He's promised he would. He got on to his supervisor for me.
Yeah.
He never did, right? So that's 9:10 Friday morning, right?
I'm getting stressed out
Right.
listening to this story.
Having said that, Ray, I have already been on to a public representative to say what is happening in the contact tracing.
An upstanding member of our local
What?
community.
Yes, an upstanding member of our local community, right?
Right.
What is happening? He says, he said, let me just make a couple of calls. And he did make a couple of calls the next day.
Mm-hmm.
He rang the guy who runs the centre here in Sligo to see, is my name anywhere on their list, anywhere to be seen?
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
At all.
It's a good job you weren't sick.
Honestly.
Because you wouldn't be fit for any of this.
That's the point. That's the fucking point. It was easy for me to do all this because
you weren't fit to your health.
And I was very confident mine was going to come back negatives because Nicola's was negative.
That's true, yeah.
Now, if I had been sick and the people I had been in contact with, we had wasted a week.
In fairness, we were all patiently waiting to see had ye to isolate. Had we become a cluster.
Yes, now. And you fucking were like.
And we were planning on it because in the meantime.
Rosary beads. Fucking out, man.
In the meantime, we had all been around each other.
Yes.
We're a small group.
Yes.
But we're a close-knit group.
Yeah.
And we'd all been around each other.
Yes, because we all travel and drink tea in each other's houses, which is part you're absolutely allowed to do now.
Yeah, if you limit your contacts.
Yeah.
But when one gentleman brings it in.
Well, actually, that is why we did not get COVID. So maybe that proves that it works a little bit because when this gentleman came to drink tea in Kendy's house and stayed for an hour, like Kendy does every single time he has someone in this house.
You sit over there.
You sit over there, I'll make you tea, and all this stuff is disinfected. Don't worry. Just sit down and have tea and we'll have a chat.
Yeah.
We didn't get the COVID from him.
Marvellous.
Anyway, I then ring back at 10:10, the same number again, Friday morning. And I'm not fucking joking, Ray. This is not a piss take. I says to her, what is happening? You're trying to get a test done for me and I'm the one ringing you every couple of minutes. Yeah. I'm not joking, Ray. She says, I'm going to ring you back in 5 minutes.
Right.
And I said, you're not.
Did you stage a sit-down protest on the phone?
I actually did. It nearly became a dirty protest. I'm going to shite down the phone now in a second if you don't get me.
She said, no, I'm not getting off the phone. You do what you have to do, I'll wait.
I said, I'm not getting off the phone.
Yeah. Much call credit to use at this point.
That's the thing. I don't think them numbers are free, Ray.
No, they're not. You're going to get an awful hot now
I'm going to get an
awful.
And me ringing them, they want me to get a test.
Yeah.
It's called contact tracing. What the fuck?
You're the contact.
So I said, I'm not getting off the phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you're going to have to sort this now. And she says, okay, I'm going to put you on hold. I said, I can deal with hold.
Yeah.
I'm on hold for about 5 minutes.
Is it nice hold music?
Terrible, because you know when it's distorting through the phone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's awful when it's distorting through the phone.
Folks, if you can send in a couple of suggestions of what type of hold music the COVID contact tracer should have.
Should have.
Yeah.
Well, that's the least of their fucking problems, let me tell you. So she then gets off the phone and she said, Mark, are you free today? I said, yeah, I'm not going anywhere, actually, because I'm in fucking self-isolation.
Yes.
She says, I have one at 1 o'clock.
Beautiful.
I said, lovely. She said, actually, you're free earlier. I have one at 12. I said, yeah, I go down at 12.
Yeah.
I went down, got the test done. They touched me brain with the fucking swab.
Now.
Twisted the bastard joke.
Was it not terrible?
No, do you know what's weird? Everyone says when they put it up the schnauzer that it's an awful deed. I found it worse when you put it down my throat.
Ooh.
My throat closed up. I said, lovely, man, not eating a Mickey. Will you pull it back out, will you?
Did it touch the dangly thing in the back of your throat?
Yeah, the dongle ice, the dongle, that thing. Man, but it closed up around us.
I'm quoting Cardi B there.
Why, what's that?
Well, she does enjoy when something touches the dangly thing in the back of her throat.
Dirty rotten one, you know, she'd be ashamed of herself.
Well, she's clearly talking about a COVID test.
Yeah, it must be a COVID test because she's the one who said coronavirus.
Yeah.
Oh, now I guess it.
Yeah.
The what, huh?
So it wasn't too bad. What were the staff like in the NCT centre?
Yeah, they were actually lovely. He kicked the tires a few times. She said, you just get 2 new fronts and come back to us.
Yeah, there's a bit of rush there now. You got to keep an eye on it.
But it's like that. You drive into this big warehouse, and then you pull up to your section.
What if you haven't got a car? Is there a pedestrian?
Yeah, there actually is. They walk you in then another way as well.
Lovely, yeah.
Yeah, but so I got in, got the test done, and I got my results the very next day.
Which was Saturday at this point.
Which came up as negative. So now, you might say that they had panicked so much with how much they fucked up my test that they just got the results out straight away.
Oh, possibly.
Now, I'm going to whistleblow a couple of things that are going to happen.
Careful now.
I'm only saying.
Right.
These are theories in my head. So
okay, this is where we get into trouble.
So, having talked to loads of people who are in the same boat as I am in, and let it be said that this is a very easy boat to be in because I feel really bad for people who actually are sick and are worried about people that they're in contact with and wanting to know what happens if I live with my parents and they're old and I'm going, I really need to know this now if I have it, because they need to know and they need to get sorted quick. That luckily is not the case for me.
Yeah.
But I had, throughout all those days of waiting, I'd obviously been in contact with plenty of people who said, don't talk to me. Sure, wait and you hear my story, or wait and you hear about this book down the road. So I have been in contact with people who work in sections, in those kind of sections, as in they work in the COVID testing areas. And it seems to be that if you get referred by your doctor for a COVID test, you will get it straight away.
Right?
Right?
Yeah.
Which is a local referral, if you know what I mean. Dr. Joe rings
Yeah.
the Ballina test centre and says, I have to send back Andrew down to you lads because he needs a test.
That's right.
And they say, no bother at all. I put him in the wee sheet here. Right, what has he? A 99 Vectra. Perfect. Okay, right?
Yeah.
That seems to work perfect.
Yeah.
What the problem is in the contact tracing, which is outsourced to, I think they do it up in Dublin or something. You know what I mean?
I think they're well, from what I know, it's civil servants basically redeployed into contact tracing.
Yes.
They're all trained up and they're doing it from the Dublins.
Yes, and they're doing it from Dublin.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying it's those people that are the problem. There's something wrong with the contact tracing system. Because, like I said, if you get referred by your doctor, and here is the thing, right? Whether I should be saying this or not, I don't care. Let it be out anyway, right? I found out that when I went in, that 5 minutes that I was on hold, I am pretty sure, because I was told by someone who works there, they said, oh, you got referred by your doctor. And I said, no, I didn't. I'm a contact tracing guy. I didn't get referred by my doctor. And they said, it says here this morning you got referred by your doctor.
Right.
Which means that up in the contact tracing thing, the system is so fucked up there that they said, this fella has rang us 100 times and we can't get him a test. Will you just ring his GP and get his GP to say he needs a test?
Did they ring the GP?
Yes.
Oh.
That is what I think happens, because when I went into the test centre, they said, oh, you got referred by your doctor, I see here on the note. So that was way easier for them to do rather than actually try and organise a contact tracing test that had obviously been messed up by the fact that I had been asked to go to Oranmore. That was where the mess up started.
But you know what's great about this podcast?
Yeah.
In the interest of impartiality, we've actually brought in a representative from the contact tracing.
Right.
And they're on the phone now.
Go on.
See, that's what we should have done.
Why?
Because that would have given it a nice balanced...
No, fuck the nice balance thing, Ray. That is bollocks. That's shit. I'm only telling my thing, like. We don't need one, but we're not doing the debate, man.
Yeah.
So, these people that I've been in touch with, because of how vexed I am, they have all said, you are not the only one that this has happened to because of the contact tracing, right?
Right.
There was a woman in Cavan who was sent to the Aviva Stadium for her test.
Oh, lovely. A nice day out in Dublin.
I'll tell you, and there was no match on, Ray. Right?
Yeah, true.
There was another gentleman here in Sligo, an older man in his 80s, who was told,
Oh, that's worrying.
cut that out.
No, I'm leaving that in.
No, Ray, please, Ray. I'm not sick. There was another gentleman here in Sligo who got sent to Ennis to take his test.
Right.
There was a woman in Ballina who was part of the same contact tracing cluster thing that I was part of because she had been in touch with this gentleman who got ranked straight away on Monday. I was the only one that didn't get ranked, by the way. And I must say as well, every single person that's tested negative.
Yeah.
He didn't give it to anyone. Fair play to him, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which means he's keeping the social distancing.
Are we talking about the gentleman?
This gentleman that nearly infected all of us.
Yeah.
How dare he? He gave it to nobody.
That's because he's man as fuck.
They wouldn't give you that, man. He wouldn't even give you the code with that
No,
fella.
not a hope. We all knew that.
So
None of us were worried.
So another lady that is part of that, she said to them, they rang her and she said, I'm just letting you know, I live here and in Ballina and I live on my own and I do not drive and I also don't know anyone here because I moved here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They said, don't worry about that. We're going to get that sorted for you. She got a text message 5 minutes later, said, you're testing Castlebar.
Lovely.
So she rings back and says, what?
Is there a test centre in Ballina?
I don't know.
No.
There is a test centre. Yeah, I think there is, yeah.
Right.
But anyway.
Do you know what they need?
What?
Local militias. Local contract tracing militias.
Yeah.
Do you know...
To go around and knock the doors.
Just get local people involved. You know, I could think of 10 or 12 now Sligonians that'd be active in the community.
Yeah.
They'd track people down fair lively.
Oh, wouldn't take them long, boy.
No, they'd be knocking on the door immediately.
You're dead right. You're dead
such
right.
and such. He hangs around with such and such, such and such, and such and such.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you had them all gone.
I seen him. He was down the Peace Park with your man, hey.
Yeah.
You want to go down and knock his door as well? Yeah, that's it. You could be right there,
But they
right?
don't see that. I thought that was kind of the way they were going, that it wasn't just the Dublin thing.
Well, that's the thing. It seems to be all outsourced. Like I said, the GP referrals, they are working a treat.
Yeah.
But there's something going on up there.
Right.
And as we all know with fucking HSE, they don't listen to anyone by themselves. So, I mean, at the top of it, like. And that's what puts everyone under pressure underneath them.
That's
You know what I mean? I don't know what it is that's going on up there, but I find that it needs to be... Do you not think it needs to be said? Because we're all out here giving out shite to each other on Facebook every day.
Yeah.
Going, you're not doing this and you're not doing that and put your mask on. Your man was with your man and we're just killing each other. And then when it gets down to the actually being in it, there is massive errors going on, like, in the system, like.
Fair enough. Now, there is... I'm going to be the devil's advocate.
Lovely. Okay.
It's always the way I end up.
Yeah.
How do you put this? I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But it's like everything in Ireland. Sure, we seldom do things right.
I know, yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
We do things middling.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't be New Zealand or anything like that now.
Yeah.
You know?
But, yeah, sorry, go on. No, keep going.
And I think, there's probably bits and pieces not correct about it.
Yeah.
And I'd say they're slowly but surely remedying them. But sure, it'll take an internal report and 5 or 6 weeks of an expert panel looking at it before it's fixed.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, you don't get a phone call for 2 weeks.
Yeah. And here's the thing. That is the case in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But we are being told and scared every single day with numbers in our faces, like, and look what your man did and look what these people did. And we are in a pandemic, lads. This is killing loads and loads and loads of people. So then make your fucking simple contact system fit for purpose then.
Yeah. They've had long enough now at this stage.
They have had long enough and they've pumped enough money into it now. Get it right, because if you're telling us this is as dangerous as it is, well then this is a huge oversight. Because if Kendy has COVID and then he waits a week for them to even get in contact with him to tell him that he might have COVID.
Not worth the time.
Then, let's say I get tested positive, then all of you are in the same boat then, and that takes another week.
They're way behind it.
So if this is as big a pandemic, now you got to do it now, like, is that not the point? Thank God I don't, like, you know.
Think to listen to you.
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter really, because when I got in touch with people in the government, public figures, Ray, as I would call them, I said to them, I know that you probably can't just make phone calls and get Kendy a test, and that's not why I'm messaging you. I'm just messaging you to let you know how annoyed I am at what this system is doing. And having said that, Ray, you know me, that I have never ever gotten a Facebook argument, a political argument. I've never done anything. I've never said anything like that before.
Yeah.
I've called people fecking Egypt in the government. Who hasn't? This one really bit me, like. And the worst thing is that the person who got the COVID is sitting at home worried because a member of his family isn't well at the moment right now. And then he's worrying then about all of us. And he was ringing me every single day. Did you get your test yet? That's not fucking right. I can't believe they're doing this. And I'm going, you shouldn't be worried. You have way more to be worried about than I do. Yet you're sitting here worried about me now. You know?
Yeah.
I think they need to sort it out, whatever is going on. Stop sending people to the Aviva Stadium and stop trying to get me to go to Ardmore.
There's a really easy way of fixing this.
Go on.
Let the NCT take it over. Let's face it. We've all drawn the comparisons.
No.
We're all sitting here. NCT have a very good network of centres.
He doesn't have COVID now, but he's rusty now around the ring. So
they're good lads out in the garage, like.
You get another year out of it. You could. Tell you what. Let's get the NCT to take the whole lot over.
In fairness, I may be trying to keep it flippant.
Yeah.
Because it is the nature of the podcast. But in fairness, the whole affair did also focus my mind on the situation.
Yeah.
Because the Monday that the book came over.
Yeah.
And then it was a week later when you found out that he had it.
Yeah.
Which meant that put every interaction you had in those 7 days into question.
Yes.
And then it also put every interaction that those people had after that into question.
A knock-on effect.
So there was an awful pile of people waiting anxiously for you to get your finger out of your hole and organise your test.
And that's the thing. That's the worst. Actually, that's the worst thing as well, is because Nicola is going, I'm negative, and I'm going, I'm probably negative, like. And then everyone's going, Kendy's probably negative, but we don't fucking know yet.
Yeah.
And we have to wait and wait and wait. And Nicola's mum can't go back to work because she works in a nursing home.
Yeah.
And she had been in Sligo for an hour.
Yeah.
So she had to stop work then.
You're right. The old system needs to get faster.
It needs to get quicker on the contact tracing side.
Yeah.
Fair play to all the GPs who were just going, get that fella done now.
Test,
quick.
Test.
Now, I mean, the cases are going through the roof at the moment. But
by the time this comes out, we could be back in the lockdown.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. But if I could say that to you, like, I haven't had it, but I know this guy who has it, and he's super calm and just no, he is. I know, and it's not like him.
Not in general, or on this particular topic.
No, it's not like him.
Right.
It's so weird. I don't know why he's so. It's like he got it and he goes, Jesus. Do I actually have something to be worried about? I can't believe it. What the fuck? So he's been amazing at. All I'd say is, if you do get caught, because we're all getting caught in them now.
Yeah. Loads
of people are getting caught in these self-isolation things and waiting on results, and hopefully your man and we got to isolate now. Just be calm and go with it for now, because it's a handy enough process to make sure that we don't spread it amongst the people that we love. And if you end up having it, do not beat yourself up either, because it is probably, for the most part, not your fault.
Not at all.
Because this thing is still in the air, and it's going to be there. People are going to get it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, people are going to get it. Just be careful. Wash the hands. Don't be shifting young ones.
What am I going to do?
What do you mean?
Well, I have a big thing on this Friday.
Oh, you do, of course.
So this is what I was thinking of. You see, when you told me this, I was going, "Oh, this is going to get me out of jail.
Yeah.
This is going to get me
Ray,
out of jail."
You can't be saying that, Ray. For God's sake.
Well,
What do you mean?
because I'm shitting myself.
Why? Oh,
Right.
sorry. I thought you were going. I don't want to be going to that shite.
Going to what?
Are you on about one of your best friends?
Yeah, my best friend Barry. He's getting married.
Yeah, he's getting married.
Barry and Grace.
Going to the chapel, fair play to Barry and the Grace. Yep. Yeah, that's right. And Ray, of all of the people in the world, you are the best man. The bestest of men.
Shut up,
you are,
Rosie.
Ray. Now, you will know, if anyone has ever been at any of our live shows that we've done, you don't see it on stage because he's the ultimate professional, like a man in Father's Head who's locked out the
Scuttered
back,
on the
and
butt
then he
fast.
comes out and he's perfect. Dougal Maguire, that fella. Ray is like that a little bit, except for he's not. Well, he is scuttered at the sideline usually.
scuttered, yeah.
Because he is so nervous about public appearances.
Hate public appearances.
Ray has now been told you have to give a speech as the bestest man in the whole wide room.
So part of me was kind of hoping you had the COVID.
So you'd get away with
Because
it.
then I'd be out of it.
You'd have to isolate then, yeah.
I'd have to isolate.
Yeah.
And this is why now I'm beginning to see the exploitation of the system. You know, if I could just find someone, if I found someone in town that has it.
Listen, if you have COVID, will you call over to Ray's house, use his toothbrush?
Yeah, please.
You know what I mean?
Please. Let's just spend some time
Can
together.
Ray please lick your toilet seat, please, if you have the COVID here in town?
No. No, I'm very much looking forward to the wedding.
It's good, amazing.
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be
in the
tremendous,
disco
Greg.
capital of the world.
Kalala.
In a scrone.
In the scroll.
Yeah,
You,
yeah.
The disco capital of the world.
It is, yeah.
Fucking 2 hotels at the beach.
That's per the Hardy books. That was.
Oh,
one of
is
the
that what they said?
The
Is
Hardy
it?
books.
You're shy. You're always stealing shy too, man. Come on.
Pot, kettle, black.
No, yeah, I know, but you do what I always do. You always go. We don't.
I give them credit.
Yeah, if you get a laugh, you go. That wasn't me that said that. Actually, I just have to let you know this.
Conscience.
There is a conscience. You go, fuck it, that was a good joke. I
Yeah,
can't take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's in Enniscrone and it's on Friday. And I was thinking that if I had the COVID, I wouldn't have to write a speech.
Yeah.
But I come up with a better idea.
Go on.
Now, obviously, I don't have the COVID, I think.
Yeah.
So I now have to do it by the looks of things.
Yeah.
I was going to borrow your speech.
Now,
You wrote a speech once for your brother Joey's wedding.
I wrote about. You alluded to this yesterday and what you're on about.
Yeah.
You asked me, could you have me speech?
Yes, I
Yeah.
thought, hey, you're funny.
Yeah. I wrote a speech for Joey's wedding, which
Yeah.
went down all right.
It went down very well. I really enjoyed it. Don't remember a word you said, but I was
But do
pretty...
you think you could just take it word for
Well,
word?
I think the funny thing would be just to take it and announce it at the start. So, folks, I'll be honest, I'm terrified of this. So I actually borrowed another person's speech and I just changed things around.
Right.
And then how would I start it? You proposed how I'd start. So I said, lads, I'm going to change this around.
Yeah.
So I'd like to welcome you all here to...
Joey and Lisa's wedding. When I first met Joey, he was growing up in the same house as him, his brothers.
I'd leave all that stuff in it with the crack and just pure deadpan.
Everything. I
Yeah.
knew Joey was big into music when he used to go down.
And Barry be just sitting there going, what the Jesus?
That'd be unbelievable. That'd be so good.
Have
if
you
he
any
did
tips?
that.
I have a twitch, by the way, in my eye. I've had it
Picture-
for the last 3
have you?
days thinking
From
about
nerves?
it. I think it's after dawn on me. That's what the twitch is from.
From nerves.
Because I've nothing else stressing me out in my life except
Listen,
this.
don't worry, Ray. If I give you any advice at all, it's picture all the fine young ones in their underwear that are in the room, and just stare at them.
But
for
no,
ages.
the nervous isn't about getting up and talking. It's about having something to say.
No, but it relaxes you straight away, and just look at them really weird. Start drooling and stuff. That works straight away.
Right. But have you any tips on the actual speech writing?
You're never as funny as you think you are.
I know that. I know that. I'm going down tonight now to meet him.
The biggest problem that people have, what I can see with speeches at weddings, is that they are nervous beforehand, and then you realize everyone in the room is on your side.
Yeah.
And you realize that about 3 sentences into your speech.
Oh.
And they laugh at the shy joke you've made at the start. Fathers of the bride are unbelievable at this.
Right.
And fathers of the groom or whatever.
Yeah.
And so they get really nervous about their speech, and then they write a shy joke at the start, and everyone laughs because everyone's on board.
Right.
And then they get the confidence in them.
Yeah.
And they go, Jesus, I'm awful fucking funny. And then they talk for an hour and a half.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
You can't shut them up. So what I will say is, and I was genuinely conscious of this when I was giving Joey's speech, is these people are going to laugh at your shy jokes, Kendy. Of course they are. They're all here for the crack. Don't get ahead of yourself. Make it 5 minutes.
Right.
5 minutes. Joy, fair play to you, man. Good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Lisa.
Not a bad one.
Well done, lovey.
Yeah, well done.
You're tremendous.
Yeah.
Right? And then just get out. Tell 2
As in
stories
leave?
about Barry as a young fella. And go.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
yeah, I could do 2 stories.
Yeah, and nice and short.
Yeah.
Nobody. What you have to remember, George, speeches at a wedding is everyone's betting on how long you're going to talk for.
Can I try one of the stories on you?
Go on, hit me. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm at the wedding. I'm out of it. Wait, there's no COVID in here, lads. Wait. You buy a, God, Barry, you buy a. Jeez, I remember you, Barry and Grace. I used to be shifting around the back of the room and everything. You.
Hold on now.
Please, speeches, please. Reverend Father.
God bless the food.
Thanks a million for the food to the lovely Enniscrone house.
Yeah.
Whatever he's getting married.
Ocean Sands.
Ocean Sands.
Ocean Sands. So anyway, I know Barry about 20 years.
Oh, you have a good long. Oh, is this the speech? Am I not supposed to be interrupted?
Fine. No, I'd run this by you.
Okay.
But
okay.
one of the biggest parts in our life was when we were on the school bus together.
Yes.
And we got the shite kicked out of us.
Yeah.
For a solid 5 years.
You were
6
the
in
three-
his case because he had to repeat the leaving cert. But you want to know where I'm falling down here?
Go on.
I think he had to repeat the leaving cert.
Right.
I don't remember. Did he?
But just ask him.
That's why I'm going down to meet him tonight.
To ask him what question. Barry, I need to sit you down for a
I
second.
need to ask him what his mother's name is. Because I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
I've been calling her Irene for the last couple of years.
You've known him 20 years. You went to school together.
I know. This is what's wrong.
What the fuck?
I have to ask him, did he repeat the leaving cert? If so, that was in around the time where he turned into a hammock.
I don't know what that means.
Do you know on the old school bus? Do you know on the old school bus?
Yeah.
There was handles on the seats.
Yeah.
They tied his shoelaces to, his shoes were still in his feet.
Yeah.
Two handles, we'll say halfway down the bus. And then they tied with his hands
And his legs the other side.
to other handles a little bit further up. And he was swinging like a hammock.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was some of the things.
And was there a young one drinking a pina colada up on top of him? Because I'd be a hammock for that, but it wouldn't bother me at all. But come here. That's a good line story. Man. That's a good way to start.
Is that a good one?
Yeah, Barry the Hammock O'Sullivan.
That's really good. You see, this is where I need the help.
Now.
Okay.
Yeah. Start with a nickname that doesn't exist. You know why they call him Barry the Hammock O'Sullivan? And everyone's like, what? And then you kick in with the story about him then.
Yeah.
You need one really embarrassing story.
Oh,
But
God.
not too embarrassing that it wrecks the bride's head.
Yeah, okay.
Don't be telling shifting Barry stories.
Right.
Jesus Christ above. Don't say, I remember the time he
all
was
right.
barreling a young one in the back of a micro one time. Don't. None of that.
I think he used to have a micro.
Don't do that. You'll make Grace
But he
and
hasn't
her
got,
family annoyed.
He hasn't got loads and loads and loads of shifting stories.
Okay, but don't.
Yeah, I'd be hard found.
Yeah, forget about them.
Yeah.
He's
You're
good.
safe, lad.
That's not good, man.
Nope. Found Grace, that was it. Bang.
Oh, Jesus. Listen, you're going to be fine, Ray.
Thanks.
Ray, when you stand up in front of the people, they get drawn to you by. And you get nervous beforehand, and it never matters.
Will I wear the proud jacket?
Oh! Whip out the proud jacket. I think it gives you something.
It does.
I think you get to...
It's like Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah, the wee chest comes out a wee bit.
Oh,
Shoulders
yeah.
go back.
Yeah, I'll have the bottle of buck you drank as well.
Now. Oh, you'd be out of it.
I'll record it. I'll get Laura to record it, and then we'll put it up in the next podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, that'd be good.
Please record. Oh, please record it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll put it up. That's a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, let you enjoy it, Ray.
Oh, God above.
You'll be absolutely tremendous. And when you send Barry and Grace, my invite back, I'm not going. No, when you send them my best wishes,
I will,
they're tremendous people.
Yeah.
And tell Barry, leave the gym alone, man. He's massive.
He is massive.
Oh, jeez, he barely fit through the door. It's ridiculous, man. He benching about 2,000 pounds.
2,000 pounds.
Jesus Christ.
I have another question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Any news?
Any news?
Yeah.
You joking?
Well, like in fairness, we've been. Oh, can I?
I was sitting in the house for 7 days. I haven't moved. I went out today because you came in the van.
Yeah.
Even though I'm out of isolation today, I still didn't go out today. You
Did you
came in
not?
the van, I went outside. How are you, Ray? That was it.
That was
No
your
fucking-
first time out.
I didn't step outside, man. I'm like a hermit.
Mother of God.
I have no fucking news. Go on. Sorry, what were you saying?
When are we going to get back to our normal stuff?
What do you mean?
We had a lovely thing going there where I was going to Ballina picking up loads of stories.
Yeah.
And you were going out with Hot Fuss picking up loads of stories.
Yeah, I know.
It's been a big change of a year.
I know.
Do you think
I know.
anyone still listens to us?
I doubt it really. I wonder if we're just talking to ourselves.
Possibly. Do you think the quiz went down well?
I didn't listen to it.
Did you not? What do you mean? If you're not listening to us,
I know.
what hope do we have for anyone else?
I know, but did you ever hear yourself, Ray?
Yeah.
Jeez, you're an awful gobshite. No.
Oh,
Me too.
At the start of the quiz episode, which was episode 85, we called a girl out.
Who?
Elaine Mulligan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, mate. Yeah, that's right.
Just to give a bit of background, we had a tip-off that she enjoyed listening to the podcast in the bath.
Yeah.
And we thought on one of the episodes we'd chance calling her out.
Well, it happened a lot more organically than that, Ray. We weren't thinking about her in the bath. I think one of us said something like, who would be listening to this wherever?
Yeah.
Who's someone listening in the bath?
And it dawned on me, and I said, I think Elaine's in the bath.
Yeah, you said, I think Elaine listens to it in the bath.
Yeah.
And then we proceeded to go, Elaine, if you're in the bath right now, fair play to you. We love you and fucking good crack.
Where do you think Elaine was listening to the quiz?
We got in the bath.
In the bath!
Oh, as she was listening, she sent us a message saying, lads, I can't believe it worked.
Do you know what the worst thing is?
Go on.
She's still in the bath!
She hasn't got out since, man.
Because she's listening to us now. Hello, Elaine.
She's absolutely wrinkled up to the balls. Will you hop out, lovey? Jesus Christ above, there be nothing left to you. Well, look, if we had to learn anything from this podcast, Kendy don't have the Covidge. Ray, you don't need to worry. You don't have to isolate on top of yourself.
Thanks.
You can go to Barry's wedding. Let you enjoy it.
Not just I will.
And I hope everyone else out there enjoyed this. The reason I am rushing the end of this podcast is...
I noticed that there now.
Is 18:56 and Liverpool are on in 4 minutes' time.
The kick-off's 7:15.
Is it? It says 7 on the phone.
Well, I looked it up.
The reason Kendy's leaving now is because he's embarrassed that he got the Liverpool time wrong, and I'm so stubborn that I'm refusing to believe Ray. It's not.
Have you any shout-outs?
No,
you don't, do
probably.
Remember there was a time you used to do shout-outs. We've gone horrid unprofessional. But then again, Kendy, you've been through a rough few weeks.
Man, I've had the roughest week of my life. I had to stay and sit and play PlayStation for a week. You try it. Fuck's sake.
Well, if I can find someone with it, I will.
If you have the COVID, let Ray know, please.
On that note, good night and God bless, and we'll see you soon. Good luck.
Good luck.